What's up, brothers and sisters? Your brother G World 7_D. Did my running, I'm doing my walk now. Yeah, I mentioned the other day about a site being found in Miami that is older than the pyramids of Giza. And what that'll tell you is that the existence of human beings being here way before what the previous date had been given. There's other sites that talks about that, but like I said, the pyramids off in Florida. You had Miles pyramids in Mississippi. You had the pyramids in Louisiana. We had it all through the Americas, but unfortunately, most of your so-called black scholars are focused on so-called Africa, and they're ignoring the great black civilization, the great architectural structures that were being here in the Americas. That is a problem. And until we really start to question everything that we've been taught, because the majority of stuff we've been taught in the school system has just been inaccurate, wrong, and outright insulting. But we're going to have to basically go about educating each other on our true history and learn from each other. And just don't be arrogant, thinking that we know everything. No one knows everything. So you learn something every day. Every time you open a book, or you open the news, or you read a news article, you're learning something different. Even though if it's good or bad, you're learning something. You're forever learning. You never stop learning. You don't stop learning when you get a college degree, a master's, or a PhD, whatever. You don't stop learning. You continue to learn. A true seeker of knowledge knows that learning lasts as long as you live. Never stop learning. And I want brothers and sisters to understand that. So, information that's been presented, a lot of these Pan-Africans throughout 50 and 60 years ago, a lot of this stuff is outdated. I'm not saying some of this stuff is not good, but a lot of it's outdated from the perspective a lot of them are taking. They're narrowing so-called black people to just be from West Africa, and that is wrong. That is dead wrong. But when you have people who've been so highly brainwashed and conditioned to thinking that way in that manner, this is what you get. So until we realize that we have to control our narrative, you're going to continue to get this foolishness. And that's going to continue to happen. So brothers and sisters, excuse me, this thing's like 50-some degrees out here, and it's in May, man. Crazy as hell. It's going to get like 60, mid-60s today. But, yeah, man, so you're going to have to do your own research. I know not everyone can afford to buy a bunch of books, but there's some you can get used and stuff like that. Get yourself a library card and go to the library and do some research. There's various different ways you can go about seeking out information, but we have to do that. We really have to do that, because if we continue in the state we're in, we're going to, like I always said, we viewing ourselves as foreigners in our own land. We're not foreigners here in America. This is our homeland. And this push to make us, quote, African is an agenda, man. It's an agenda to continue to make us foreigners. And that's really bothersome. And when you point that out, people try to argue you down or tell you that you have self-hate. We're the only damn group that these people try to push and make us foreigners. Everyone else is American. Well, we are the original Americans. But people keep trying to push us to be foreign. No, we're not foreign. We're not immigrants, man. We are aboriginal to this land. But some of us going to have to realize that. You go to all these HBCU schools, man, and these predominantly white institutions, they have really miseducated our people, man. Through the school system, I'm coming up as a shorty, man. Little shorty, man. The school system, all it does, man, it's conditioning you to think a certain way. It's not teaching you how to be a critical thinker. That's why I channeled a lot of that stuff out when I was a kid, man. I was like, oh, disinterested in everything. And unfortunately, some of these young black kids, especially boys, are going through that mess today. You have them sit in these damn classrooms, sitting still. For how long? No boys can sit still, man. They need to be more active, need to move about. But the way the classroom structure is outdated, man. Everything's being presented is outdated. In fact, it should never been presented that way, the way it's been presented. I do believe, in my opinion, that you need to have separate classrooms for boys and girls. I do believe that. This is my opinion. I think at the critical ages of the grades of 5th through 9th, boys need mostly male teachers. That's just my opinion. People don't want to hear that, but that's how I feel. If you want to correct a lot of the problems that goes on. I learned from my experience, man. I know. I think a lot of these boys need to see a strong male figure, particularly black male figure, in their life, man. In high school, too, they need that. They just need that motivation. You know? Because they don't get that motivation, you're going to lose them, man. This is why you see a lot of these kids running the street, robbing, man. Some of them could have played sports and got an athletic scholarship, and they perform academically, yeah. But they weren't, you didn't catch them, man. You allowed them to fall through the cracks. And this is a problem. But when you try to address it, even when I have issues with Umar Johnson, but I think he's trying to, at first he wanted to have a school for boys. I think initially for black boys. People start getting at him about that. Oh, you just gonna do it for black boys. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. And like I said, I have issues with Umar Johnson, man. But this is the problem we're dealing with. I can remember when the Million Man March was going down. How I was talking about black men getting together, doing everything. And yeah, people like Angela Davis and the MTV, racist asses, said it was sexist. Then they had the Black Women's March, like a couple years later in Philadelphia. You know, that wasn't sexist. So we do need to come together, but I think that there needs to be some different way of teaching and educating our youth. We cannot listen to individuals who don't have our best interests. We can't do that. We can't continue to do that, or depend on them to believe that they know what's good for us, because they don't. They really don't, man. And it's up to us to really take hold and grasp the lead of everything we do. Everything we do, we must take lead in, man. Everything. And particularly if you are Aboriginal, Black American, especially you. So I love brothers and sisters, but it's going to have to be some changes, man, how we handle things. I know it's getting stuffed up out here, because this weather keeps changing, man. This wind blowing. So you can hear that wind in the background along with these vehicles. And one minute. And yeah, so you'll hear a little noise in the background. But other than that, it's all good, brothers and sisters. So I just made this video. I'm going to try to make a video. In fact, I'm going to make one over the weekend. Over Memorial Day weekend. All right. Peace and love. Peace and love.